Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, on behalf of our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace, Srila Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, and our ISKCON of Atlanta management, we welcome each and every one of you for this most blessed event of the 50th appearance festival of our Gaur-Nitai deities. They were installed on the Gaur Purnima of 1974. So wish you all a very Krishna conscious Gaur Purnima Maha Mahotsav. Let us get started with our Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathamritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamritamscha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Kise Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु जीवे दया करी स्वपार्षद श्रिय धाम सहवतारी अत्यंत दुर्लभ प्रेम परिवारे शिखाए शरणागति भगते हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So today is the most auspicious tithi of the divine appearance of Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna, and He comes Bhagavad Mahaprasad ki jai. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. In every yuga Krishna comes. In the Dwapar Yuga, Lord Krishna appeared and taught dharma samsthapanarthaya. He taught dharma by speaking Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Exclusive surrender to me is the real dharma. Everything else is tyajya, is to be given up. But then Krishna wanted to practically demonstrate that. How to take sharanagati. Atyanta durlabha prem koripare dan shikhaye sharanagati bhakatera pran. So today I would like to speak on this concept of sharanagati. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us through his own example and through the lives of his devotees. Both. Mahaprabhu taught by his own example and through the example of his devotees. So let us examine the life of that associate of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu whose life and soul was Radha Madan Mohan. Who is that associate of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu whose life and soul is Madan Mohan? Huh? Shri Sanatana Goswami. Yes. Jayatam surato pangor mama manda matergati mat sarvasva padambojam Radha Madan Mohano. I would like to speak from Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Shri Chaitanya Charitamrit Ante Leela chapter 4, where Shri Sanatana Goswami comes to meet Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri Dham. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is living in Jagannath Puri Dham with his associates and he is a sannyasi. He has renounced his family life and he is a sannyasi. And Sanatana Goswami comes to meet him from Vrindavan. Previously, Sanatana Goswami was instructed by Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi. And then he was told, you go to Vrindavan. And then after staying in Vrindavan for some time, Sanatana Goswami was feeling intense separation from Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the nature of a devotee. A devotee always wants to meet the Lord, feels separation from the Lord. After staying in Vrindavan for some time, Sanatana Goswami decided, let me go once to have darshan of Shri Chaitanya Dev. So he walked by foot 1,000 kilometers without roads, without any GPS, without any motels, without any DoorDash. He walked all the way from Vrindavan to Shri Jagannath Puri Dham. It is 1,000 kilometers, all alone, with tigers and lions and snakes in the forests. And finally, when he was going through Jharkhand forest, wherever the sun would set, he would take rest under a tree. There was no fixed arrangement for food. If you come across a river or stream, you drink water. If not, you starve. If there is any fruits on the trees, you eat, otherwise you fast. He was going through Jharkhand forest, very thirsty. After having starved for many days, he came across a pond where the water was stagnant, but Srila Sanatana Goswami was very thirsty. His mouth was parched dry. He drank some water and fell sick. And his skin broke out into a rash after drinking that contaminated water. And he developed ulcers and itching all over his body, with pus and blood oozing. Kept walking, and eventually made his way to Jagannath Puri Dham. Now imagine Sanatana Goswami, he was the prime minister under the regime of Nawab Hussain Shah, who was the king of Bengal. He lived in a palace. He had servants at his beck and call. He had boatloads of gold coins. And now he has renounced everything to serve Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when he's coming to meet him, he has got this horrible skin disease. And there is no cream, there is no dermatologist, there is no urgent care, there is nothing. And he's just suffering. He comes to Jagannath Puri wearing only a loin cloth to cover his lower body and a simple chadar to cover his upper body. And his whole body is covered with ulcers, rash, it's itching terribly. He comes to Jagannath Puri and nobody wants to be near him because who knows what kind of, is it scabies? Is it something contagious? Nobody wants to come near him. And also, because he had served Nawab Hussain Shah, no orthodox Hindu of that time wanted anything to do with Sanatana Goswami. So he was not welcome in Jagannath Puri. But there was one person who welcomed him. Who was he? Srila Haridas Thakur. Because Srila Haridas Thakur also was ostracized by the society because he was born in a Muslim family. Haridas Thakur embraced Sanatana Goswami and welcomed him. And Haridas Thakur lived in a small little hut, a thatched hut. And he invited Sanatana Goswami, come live with me. And both of them were sitting there. And Haridas Thakur said, very soon Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will come here. It was the routine of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that in the morning there is the Upala Bhog offering to Lord Jagannath. And Mahaprabhu would take the prasad of Jagannath, Mahaprasad, and bring it for Haridas Thakur every day. So sure enough, very soon Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with his associates to Siddhavakul, where Haridas Thakur was staying. As soon as Mahaprabhu came, Sanatana Goswami and Haridas Thakur offered Dandavat Pranam, offered their obeisances to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu picked up Haridas Thakur and embraced him, as was his custom every day. Haridas Thakur is in the loving embrace of Mahaprabhu and he says something to Mahaprabhu. He says, Mahaprabhu, look, who has come? Haridas Thakur is not concerned whether Mahaprabhu is embracing him or not. He is concerned that Sanatana Goswami should be acknowledged. Sanatana Goswami should be welcome. So Mahaprabhu is embracing Haridas Thakur and Haridas Thakur is saying, look Mahaprabhu, who has come? Surprise for you. And Mahaprabhu looks on the ground and it is Sanatana offering Dandavat Pranam. Mahaprabhu is surprised. He says, Sanatana, how did you come here? And Sanatana Goswami said, I was missing you. I came to take your darshan. Mahaprabhu said, it's very good you have come. And Mahaprabhu picked him up and embraced him. Before Sanatana could protest, Mahaprabhu embraced him tightly. And all the pus, and all the blood, and all the oozing discharge from the numerous ulcers on the body of Sanatana Goswami came on the body and the chadar of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu did not even notice it. Mahaprabhu called all his associates and said, please meet Sri Sanatana Goswami. He is a Brijvasi, he lives in Vrindavan. He is a very great devotee. And he started telling the qualities of Sanatana Goswami to all his associates like Ramananda Rai, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Kashi Mitra, Gopinath Acharya. He started glorifying Sanatana Goswami as if he had 5 mouths. Sanatana, he was such a big minister, but he left everything. And now day and night he's chanting Hare Krishna in Vrindavan. He's such a pure devotee. He's so knowledgeable. He's abode of all good qualities. Mahaprabhu went on and on. And after glorifying Sanatan Goswami, Mahaprabhu wanted to embrace him one more time. And Sanatan Goswami, he ran away from Mahaprabhu and said, More na chuniya Prabhu pado tomar paay, Nicha jati adhamar kandura sagai. Oh Mahaprabhu, more na chuniya, don't touch me. Pado tomar paay. I fall at your feet, I beg you, don't touch me. Why? Nicha jati adhama kandura sagai. First of all, I belong to a very low family. My activities are low. And moreover, my entire body is covered with pus and ulcers. So please don't touch me. And Mahaprabhu ran after him, forcefully caught him and embraced him. Again. Then Mahaprabhu said, sit down, I want to talk to you. Tell me, how is everything going on in Vrindavan? And Sanatan Goswami said, by your mercy, everything is good. Then Mahaprabhu said, your brother Vallabh, he just passed away. He died. Mahaprabhu said, Ganga Prapti. That is a euphemism for death. Ganga Prapti ho gayi. He has attained Ganga. Because we cremate the body and we place the ashes in Ganga. So your brother died. But Rupa Goswami has gone to Bengal. Rupa Goswami is fine, but Vallabh died. And Mahaprabhu said he was a great devotee of Raghunath. He was a great devotee of Lord Ramachandra. Sanatan Goswami said yes, from his childhood he has been very attached to Lord Ramachandra. Day and night he would chant the glories of Lord Ramachandra. We even tried to convert him into a devotee of Krishna. But he said, I have already sold my head at the lotus feet of Raghunath. How can I leave my Ram? Mahaprabhu said, I had a similar experience with Murari Gupta. I also tried to change his mind. But he was also very, very fixed up in the service of Lord Ram. I was only testing him. And Mahaprabhu said, Shri Vallabh definitely went back to Godhead. He went back to the eternal Ayodhya Dham. Of this there is no doubt. Sanatan, you should stay here with Haridas Thakur. Because both of you like to chant. You chant 2 lakh every day. Haridas Thakur chants 3 lakh every day. Both of you are expert in tasting the rasa of Krishna Bhakti. You stay together in Siddha Bakul. I will come every day to meet both of you. And I will bring Jagannath Mahaprasad also. So you stay here peacefully. Saying this, Mahaprabhu got up and went for his noon duties. True to his word, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu every day would come to meet Haridas Thakur and Sanatan Goswami at Siddha Bakul. And he would bring Jagannath Mahaprasad for them. And every day he would come and embrace Sanatan Goswami and embrace Haridas Thakur. And all the pus and blood would come on Mahaprabhu's body. And Sanatan Goswami was feeling so bad about this. We are supposed to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See how we were bathing Mahaprabhu during the Abhishek. Now the pujaris, the devotees are dressing up Gaur Nitai. And then in some time darshan will open. We are supposed to do Shringar. We are supposed to worship Mahaprabhu. Decorate his body with chandan, with flower garlands, with beautiful clothes and jewelry. We are not supposed to put pus and blood on the body of Mahaprabhu. Sanatan Goswami was feeling terrible. He was feeling he was committing the worst offense. So he decided, my life is useless. This skin disease is incurable. I cannot serve Mahaprabhu. I cannot go near any devotee because they embrace me and I will contaminate their body also. With this body full of ulcers, I cannot write, I cannot do any service. My life is useless. I have never seen Jagannath. So let me wait for Jagannath Rath Yatra. I will take darshan of Jagannath. I have already had darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then I will throw myself under the huge wheel of the Jagannath Rath. And I will commit suicide. Because my life is useless. I cannot do any service. And without service, life is useless. So he made up this mind. Few days later, suddenly Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to Sanatan Goswami. As usual, he came in the morning and suddenly Mahaprabhu changed the topic. And out of the blue, he told Sanatan, if by committing suicide one could attain Krishna, I would have committed suicide millions of times. It is not by committing suicide that one can get Krishna. I am reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Leela, chapter 4, text 56. Mahaprabhu is telling Sanatan Goswami, देह त्यागे कृष्ण ना पाई पाइये भजने कृष्ण प्राप्तेर उपाय को नाही भक्ति विने. It is by performing bhakti that one can attain Krishna. Deha tyage Krishna na pai. By committing suicide, one cannot get Krishna. Paye bhajane. But by doing bhajan, one can get Krishna. Krishna praptera upay kona nahi bhakti vine. And there is no other way to get Krishna other than by bhakti. Committing suicide is not the answer. देह त्यागादि जत सब हय तमो धर्म तमोरा जो धर्मे कृष्णेर ना पाए मर्म. Mahaprabhu says committing suicide is in the mode of ignorance, and in the mode of ignorance one cannot get Krishna. So one should not commit suicide. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is making a statement for all of us. We should never contemplate suicide. Birth and death is in the hands of Krishna. Bhakti vina Krishna kabu naye premodaye. प्रेम विना कृष्ण प्राप्ति अन्य हईते नए. भक्ति विना कृष्ण कबू नए प्रेमोदय. Without bhakti, Krishna prem does not rise in the heart. And प्रेम विना कृष्ण प्राप्ति अन्य हईते नए. Without Krishna prem, one cannot get Krishna. Please listen. Without bhakti, one cannot get prem, and without prem, one cannot get Krishna. Everybody got it? Mahaprabhu is saying. And then Mahaprabhu quotes a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 11.14.20. Na sadhayati mam yogo na sankhyan dharma uddhava na swadhyayas tapastyago yatha bhaktir mamorjita. Krishna is telling Uddhav that I cannot be attained by Ashtanga Yoga. I cannot be attained through impersonal monism. I cannot be attained through analytical study of the Vedas, nor by austerities, nor by giving charity, nor by accepting sannyas. One can satisfy me. I can only be satisfied by pure devotional service. Bhakti. Then Mahaprabhu tells Sri Sanatana Goswami something very profound. He says, you think that you belong to a low caste? You think you belong to a low family? That's why you cannot perform devotional service? Listen to what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. Mahaprabhu is telling Sanatana Goswami, and through Sanatana Goswami he is telling all of us. Please listen carefully. Verse number 65. Kubuddhi chhadiya kar shravana kirtan achirat pave tabe krishnera charan. You want to commit suicide? That is kubuddhi. That is nonsense. Give up this nonsensical idea of suicide. Kubuddhi chhadiya kar shravana kirtan. Give up the idea of committing suicide and do Shravan Kirtan. Hear about Krishna and chant Hare Krishna. What will be the effect? Achirata pabe tabe Krishnera charan. Very soon you will get Krishna's lotus feet. But you think that you belong to a very low family. You think you are a very sinful person. Therefore you cannot perform bhakti. Mahaprabhu says further, Nicha jati nahe Krishna bhajane ayogya Satkula vipra nahe bhajanera yogya. Mahaprabhu says, Nicha jati nahe Krishna bhajane ayogya. Being born in a low family, being born in a family of meat eaters, or being born in a non-Brahminical family is not a disqualification for bhakti. And Satkula vipra nahe bhajanera yogya. And just because one is born in a pure Brahman family does not make us qualified for Krishna bhajan. Mahaprabhu is saying, नीचे जाति नहे कृष्ण भजने अयोग्य सत्कुल विप्र नहे भजनेरा योग्य. So who is qualified for attaining Krishna? जय भजे सेई बड़ा अभक्ति नचार कृष्ण भजने नहीं जाति कुलादि विचार. Krishna bhajan nahi jati kuladi vichar. In Krishna bhajan there is no consideration of which family you are born. You are black, white, brown, yellow. Color of skin doesn't matter. Your nationality doesn't matter. What matters is whether we are doing bhajan or not. Jai bhaje sei bada. One who is doing Krishna bhajan, one who is doing Shravan Kirtan is worshipable, is respectable. Then Mahaprabhu says, Dinera adhika daya kare bhagavan pandita kulina dhanira bada abhiman. That one who is humble, he will get Krishna's mercy. But one who is proud of their wealth, their knowledge, their high birth, that person is full of pride and always remains away from Krishna. Who can get God? one who is humble and meek. Dinera adhika daya kare Bhagavan. And then Mahaprabhu, the question is then what is bhajan? Mahaprabhu explains what is bhajan to Sanatana Goswami. Mahaprabhu says, Bhajanera madhya shrestha navavidha bhakti Krishna prema Krishna dite dhare mahashakti. As far as bhajan is concerned, the 9 processes of devotional service are the best. Kids, who knows the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam where the 9 processes are described of devotional service? Yes, Garima. Let's give a big hand to Garima. Hari-o! And who spoke this verse? Which canto? Very good. So Mahaprabhu is saying, Bhajanera Madhya Shresthe, this Navavidha Bhakti. These 9 processes are the most important. But 9 is too much. 9 is not fine. Tell us something, tell us one process that we can do. 9 is too much, we're getting confused. Give us one process. Who wants one process? Nirapradhe nama paile, nama leile pabe premadhan. Mahaprabhu says, Bhajanera madhya shrestha, nama sankirtan, nirapradhe nama leile pabe premadhan. Out of the 9 processes, which is the best? What our Kartik Kripa Prabhu does all the time. Nam Sankirtan ki. Bhajaner Madhya Shresht Nam Sankirtan. Of all the processes, the best is to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhajaner Madhya Shresht Nam Sankirtan. Tar Madhya Sarva Shresht Nam Sankirtan. Nirapradhe nama leile pabe premadhan. If without committing offenses we do Harinam Sankirtan, we will get Krishna Prem. Mahaprabhu says. So Sanatana Goswami, stop this nonsensical thinking. And from today, just do Shravan Kirtan. And then Mahaprabhu gets up and goes. And Sanatana Goswami understood that Mahaprabhu is omniscient. He knows what was in my heart, what I was contemplating. And he completely gave up the thoughts of ending his life. In this way, Sanatana Goswami and Haridas Thakur lived together for some time. And then the Rath Yatra came. And all the devotees from Bengal came. And Mahaprabhu again introduced all the Bengali devotees to Sanatana Goswami. And every day Mahaprabhu would come and embrace Sanatana Goswami. With his body getting smeared with the pus and blood. Every single day. And then the Rath Yatra took place. And finally Sanatana Goswami, who was not allowed inside Jagannath temple, he got darshan of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. The Rath Yatra festival was beautiful, as usual. And after the Rath Yatra festival, Sanatana Goswami and Haridas Thakur continued living at Siddhabakul, while all the Bengali devotees were living in different places. One day when it was very hot in the summer, you know, Rath Yatra happens in the summer season. Mahaprabhu was at Yameshwar Tota in Jagannath Puri. And he had lunch invitation from Gadadhar Pandit. So he had lunch. And then he said, I want Sanatana Goswami to come and join me for lunch. So he sent Govinda with a message that Sanatana Goswami, tell him that I am calling him for lunch. So he ran and gave a message to Sanatana Goswami. Mahaprabhu is calling you for lunch. Hurry up. Sanatana Goswami said, you go, I am coming. So he sent Govinda back and he took the longer route from the beach. Instead of going from the Simhadwar, he took the longer route from the beach to go to Yameshwar Tota. And it was lunch, it was midday, it was noon. And you know how hot Jagannath Puri can get. The sand on the beach was hot. And the feet of Sanatana Goswami got blistered because of burns. And somehow he reached Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu had already taken his lunch. And Mahaprabhu was taking rest. But Govinda said, Mahaprabhu has left his plate as Mahaprasad for you. So here, take some Mahaprasad. Sanatana Goswami got the remnants of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when Mahaprabhu woke up, Mahaprabhu would take a very short nap in the afternoon after lunch. Very short. Less than 45 minutes. So when Mahaprabhu woke up, he called for Sanatana Goswami. And Sanatana Goswami came and Mahaprabhu looked at him. His feet were blistered. Mahaprabhu said, Sanatana, which route did you take to Yameshwar Tota? Sanatana Goswami said, I came from the beach. Why you didn't come from the Jagannath temple, from the Simhadwaram? Srila Sanatana Goswami said, Mahaprabhu, the servants, the pandas, the pujaris of Jagannath, they are always coming in and out of the Simhadwar. What if accidentally they touch me? My body is filled with pus and blood. They would get contaminated and it would disrupt their service to Lord Jagannath. Therefore, I did not come from the Simhadwar. I came from the beach where there is nobody. Mahaprabhu said, the Simhadwar road is covered with canopies, it is nice and shady, they sprinkle water all the time, it's cool. You should have taken that route. Sanatana Goswami said, I cannot imagine contaminating the pujaris of Lord Jagannath with my pus and blood. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said something very instructive for all of us. Are you all attentive? Yes. Hari Bol. Sri Sanatana Goswami said, I don't want to contaminate the pandas with my ulcers and blood. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami, Yadyapi tumi ho jagat pavan, toma sparshe pavan hai deva muni gan, tathapi bhaktera svabhav maryada rakshan, maryada palana hai sadhura bhushan. Yadyapi tumi ho jagat pavan. Sanatana Goswami, you are talking about contaminating the pandas? You are Jagata Pavan. Sanatan, you have the power to purify the whole world. Brahmanda Tarita Shakti Dhare Jane Jane. You are all pure. Yadyapi tumi ho Jagata Pavan and Tomas Parshe Pavan hoy Deva Munigan. Even if Narad Muni and Brahmadev touch you, they will become purified. Tomas Parshe Pavan hoy Deva Munigan. Tathapi, but still, Bhaktera Swabhav Maryada Rakshan. It is the nature of a devotee to respect and observe Vaishnava etiquette. Tathapi Bhaktera Swabhav Maryada Rakshan. And therefore, Sanatana Goswami, Maryada Palan hai Sadhura Bhushan. A devotee becomes beautiful in my eyes, not by how they look, not by how much jewelry they are wearing, or how nice their clothes are. A devotee becomes beautiful and attractive in my eyes, Mahaprabhu is saying, by how well they observe the Vaishnava etiquette, how well they behave. Prabhupada said, you can know my disciples because they will be perfect gentlemen and gentle ladies. That's how you will know my disciples. They will have good Vaishnava etiquette. Mahaprabhu is saying this. You are the most pure Sanatana Goswami, but still you are a Vaishnava, so you observe Vaishnava etiquette. And Mahaprabhu let him go. Sanatana Goswami continued living at Siddhabakul. And he was tormented by the fact that every day he was putting his blood and pus on Mahaprabhu's body. One day, he spoke to his friend. Whenever we are in a spiritual dilemma or a spiritually difficult situation, we don't know what to do, we should speak to our friends, the sincere friends who are advanced. So Sri Sanatana Goswami spoke to Jagadananda Pandit because they were friends. Sanatana Goswami was 4 years younger to Mahaprabhu and Jagadananda Pandit was the same age as Mahaprabhu. But they were very good friends. Whose incarnation is Jagadananda Pandit? Satyabhama. Satyabhama from Dwarka. And whose incarnation is Sanatana Goswami? He is Lavanga Manjari. He is a maid servant of Srimati Radharani. So here is Satyabhama of Dwarka and Radharani's maid servant Lavanga Manjari talking. Sanatana Goswami said, Jagadananda Pandit Mahasaya, I came to Jagannath Puri to purify my life. I was really feeling separation from Mahaprabhu. I wanted to take Mahaprabhu's darshan and Jagannath's darshan and see all of you devotees. I wanted to see Rath Yatra. I came here to purify myself, but I am causing my doom by coming to Jagannath Puri. I cannot worship Jagannath. I cannot enter the temple. I cannot do any service for Jagannath. I cannot cook for Jagannath. I cannot make garlands for Jagannath. And I cannot serve Mahaprabhu. On the contrary, I am contaminating Mahaprabhu with my pus and blood every day. My dear friend, Jagadananda, can you please tell me what I should do? This is called Guhyam Akhyati Prachati. Revealing your mind in confidence. And Jagadananda Pandit said, Sanatana Goswami, indeed this is a very difficult situation. But I think I have a suggestion to make. Listen, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told you that he wants you to perform devotional service in Vrindavan. You and your brother Rup Goswami, Mahaprabhu has selected Vrindavan as your Guru Pradatta Kshetra. He is your guru, and he has said, you stay in Vrindavan and perform the task that I want you to perform. And what was that task? Krishna prema, Krishna bhakti, seva pravartan, lupta tirtha uddhara or vairagya shikshan. Mahaprabhu told Sanatan Goswami that I want you to perform the activities of writing books in Vrindavan about devotional service. Krishna prem, Krishna bhakti. I want you to establish temples and establish a standard of deity worship. Seva pravartan. Lupta tirtha uddhar. I want you to excavate the lost holy places in Vrindavan and vairagya shikshan. And I want you to teach the people how a vairagi, a renunciant, should live his life. For these 5 reasons, I want you to go to Vrindavan. When Mahaprabhu had told this to Sanatan Goswami, that don't commit suicide, I have so much seva for you. These are the list of things I want you to do in Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu said to Sanatan Goswami, please listen carefully. Mahaprabhu told Sanatan Goswami that your body is mine. Diksha kale bhakta kare atma samarpan, sei kale Krishna kare tare atma sam. When I initiated you, Sanatan Goswami in Ramkeli, you surrendered your body to me. Now your body belongs to me. How can you take it away from me by committing suicide? You already gave your body to me. Diksha kale bhakta kare atma samarpan. You offered yourself to me during initiation. How can you take it away from me now? Something that you have already gifted me. Your body belongs to me, and I want you to perform these services in Vrindavan. So don't commit suicide. At that time, Haridas Thakur told Sanatan Goswami, Prabhu kahe tomar deha mora nija dhan, toma sama bhagyavan nahi kona jan. Prabhu kahe tomar deha mora nija dhan. Your body is my wealth. Toma sama bhagyavan nahi kona jan. No one can be as fortunate as you. And then Haridas Thakur told Sanatan Goswami, Mora deha prabhura karye na lagila, Bharat bhumi janma mora deha vyartha gaila. Your body is Mahaprabhu's nij dhan. Through your body, Mahaprabhu wants to do Krishna prem, Krishna bhakti, seva pravartan, lupta tirtha uddharar, vairagya shikshan. But my body could not come in Mahaprabhu's use. Therefore, even though Bharat bhumite manushya janma hoila jar, even though I am born in Bharat, my birth, my life, my body is useless. But Sanatan Goswami, you are such a confidential servant of Mahaprabhu. You are going to do this amazing service for Mahaprabhu. I could not do anything. I am an old man now. My life is useless. At that time, Sanatan Goswami told Haridas Thakur something very beautiful. Sanatana kohe tuma samakevan, Mahaprabhur gana tumi mahabhagyavan. Sanatan Goswami said, I come and I go to Jagannath Puri. I am here for a few months, then I will go. You were with Mahaprabhu before Mahaprabhu advented. You prayed for Mahaprabhu's advent with Advaita Acharya and Srivas Thakur. You saw the birth of Mahaprabhu. You saw the childhood pastimes of Mahaprabhu. You were there in Advaita Bhavan when Mahaprabhu would come and pull the chadar of Vishwarup. Come home, mommy is calling for prasad. You have seen that. You saw Nimai get initiated. You saw Nimai's Sankirtan movement. You were there in the nocturnal kirtans in Srivas Angan. You saw Mahaprabhu take sannyas. You were always with Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhur gana tumi mahabhagyavan. Sanatana kahe tuma samakevan. Mahaprabhur bhakta tumi mahabhagyavan. You are Mahaprabhu's niche god. I am an outsider. You are an insider. In this way they glorified each other. Then Sanatan Goswami told Haridas Thakur, आपने आचार्य केह ना करे विचार, विचार करे न केह ना करे आचार, आपने आचार्य केह ना करे प्रचार, प्रचार करे न केह ना करे आचार, आचार प्रचार नामेर कर दुई कार्य, तुम्ही सर्व गुरु तुम्ही जगतेर आर्य. Sanatan Goswami glorifies Haridas Thakur by saying, आपने आचार्य केह. Some people have very good acharya. They have very good bhajan. They good, very nice chanting and hearing. Na kare prachar. But they are not interested in preaching. They are bhajan anandis. Apane acharya keha, but na kare prachar. Prachara kare na keha, na kare achar. And some are very enthusiastic to preach. They will run and jump on the Vyasasana and give a class. Prachara kare na keha, but na kare achar. But they don't have good sadhana. They preach but don't have good sadhana. But Haridas Thakur, you are not like that. Achara prachara namer kara dui karya. Tumi sarva guru, tumi jagatera arya. You do both. You have good sadhana and you have good preaching. You do both. Therefore, you are the best devotee. Jagatera, you are the number one devotee in the whole world. Sanatana Goswami give the stamp of approval to Srila Haridas Thakur. In this way, they are living. So Jagadananda Pandit says, listen, Mahaprabhu told you to go to Vrindavan. He has service for you there. Why don't you go to Vrindavan? End of problem. You go to Vrindavan, Mahaprabhu will not embrace you anymore. You will not be offending Mahaprabhu anymore. And you do your service to Mahaprabhu there in Vrindavan. So simple solution is just go back to Vrindavan. Sanatana said, Jagadananda Pandit, you have given me such a good idea. Very good. I will do that. So next day when Mahaprabhu came, they were talking and Sanatana Goswami said, Mahaprabhu, I want to say something. Mahaprabhu said, first let me embrace you. So Mahaprabhu embraced forcibly Jagadananda Pandit. And again the same thing happened. And then Sanatana Goswami said, Mahaprabhu, I came to Jagannath Puri to serve you. Instead I am doing a disservice to you. I am offending you. Mahaprabhu, please give me permission to go back to Vrindavan. Hare Krishna. Mahaprabhu said, who gave you this idea? Sanatana Goswami said, well, it is my idea, but I consulted with a senior devotee. Who is that devotee? His Grace, Jagadananda Pandit. Mahaprabhu got very angry. Kali kale batua jagga aise gar vihaila toma samajana iha upadesh karila. Who is this batua jagga, this kalka bacha, kali kale kalka bacha, kali kale batua jagga? He doesn't even call him Jagadananda. He says jagga aise gar vihaila. He has become so proud. Toma samajana iha upadesh karila. He is instructing a person like you. That jagga. He has become so proud and arrogant. In front of Jagadananda Pandit, in front of all the devotees, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke like this about Jagadananda Pandit. And what does Sanatana Goswami say? Apanera asaubhagya aja hoilo gyan jage nahi Jagadananda samabhagyavan. Haribol! Mahaprabhu says, Apanera asaubhagya aja hoilo gyan. Today I have come to know how unfortunate I am. Jage nahi Jagadananda samabhagyavan. I declare that there is nobody as fortunate in this whole world as Sri Jagadananda Pandit. Mahaprabhu says, I just chastised him. And you are saying nobody is fortunate? Sanatana Goswami says, yes. Jagadanande pyabhav tumi atmiyata ras, more pyabhav garva stuti nimba nishinda ras. He says, Jagadananda Pandit, you are making him drink Atmiyata Ras. You calling him Jagga. Wow! You are considering him your own. You are chastising him as if he is your own very close associate. You are calling him Jagga, nickname. Jagadananda Pyabha Tumi Atmiyata Ras. You are giving him Atmiyata Ras, the mellows of very personal relationship. More Pyabha Garva Stuti. Gaurav Stuti, Nimba Nishinda Ras, and you are giving me the bitter neem juice of glorification. Gaurav Stuti. He says, Jagadananda Pandit is so much more fortunate than me. Mahaprabhu says, no, it is not like that. It is not that Jagga is more dear to me than you. It is just that you are such a great devotee. I cannot tolerate anyone instructing you. Because I consider you as my guru. You told me don't go to Vrindavan with millions of people. I turned back from Kanai Natshala. I turned back and I went back to Jagannath Puri. And I made another trip with just Balabhadra Bhattacharya to Vrindavan. Is it not? I listened to you. So you are my guru. How can I tolerate that Jagga instructing you? So then Mahaprabhu says, Sanatana Goswami says, but Mahaprabhu really, when you embrace me every day, it really hurts me. I cannot see your body, your divine body is on the worshipable altar of my heart. How can I tolerate putting my pus and blood on you every day? Can you please stop embracing me? Then I will stay in Jagannath Puri. Mahaprabhu says, Sanatan, I am a sannyasi. Please listen carefully. Mahaprabhu says, I am a sannyasi. I am not supposed to distinguish between good and bad. These are material designations. What does Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita? Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Chunichaiva Sukhacheva Pandita Samadarshina. For me, healthy skin and skin filled with ulcers is same. For me, gold and a lump of earth is same. Pandita Samadarshina. So when I look at you, I don't feel disgusted by your pus and blood. Sounds good? Mahaprabhu is telling Sanatana Goswami. Haridas Thakur says, Mahaprabhu, this is nonsense. What you are speaking is nonsense. I reject it. I do not accept it. This is not the reason why you embrace Sanatana Goswami. Because Pandita Samadarshana. There is something deeper. Please tell. Haridas Thakur is telling Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Iha Bahya, Aage kaho. Mahaprabhu told Ramananda Rai, Iha Bahya, Aage kaho Rai. Here Haridas Thakur is telling Mahaprabhu, Iha Bahya, Aage kaho Rai. Tell me something more. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiles. My Guru Maharaj, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj says in this lecture, in the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is one devotee who is infallible. He never made a mistake. He is the only devotee who would even cut the statements of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu would accept defeat. Repeatedly. It is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This one devotee alone is infallible. And Maharaj says, that is Srila Haridas Thakur. Because he was exclusively taken shelter of the holy name, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He was such a Naam Japak that he became infallible. He is telling Mahaprabhu, I reject your statements. Tell me something deeper. And Mahaprabhu smiles and says, Haridas, you are right. That is not the reason. Mahaprabhu says, the real reason why I embrace you every day is because you are like my child. And I love you. When a child passes stool and urine in the diapers, mothers, does the mother feel disgusted or does the mother feel happy that the child is eating and pooping nicely? What does the mother feel? Happy or sad? Happy. Mahaprabhu says, Sanatan, you are like my child. Your stool and urine is not disgusting to me. But your stool and urine is like Chatusama for me. It is fragrant like a mixture of sandalwood pulp, camphor, aguru and kasturi, musk. Musk. For those of you who like to use musk perfume, next time you should think of Shri Sanatana Goswami. And Mahaprabhu again embraced him, saying this, that your pus and blood is like chatus, it's like chandan for me. Can you imagine? And you are decorating my body with chandan. Not just chandan, but chandan mixed with musk and camphor and aguru. And he again embraced Sanatana Goswami, and all the ulcers, all the pus, all the blood disappeared with one embrace. With one embrace. 2 minutes. All the pus and everything went away. And Sanatana Goswami's bodily complexion became glowing like molten gold. He got the same complexion as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. He got the complexion of Srimati Radharani. Radha Bhav Dita Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Swarupam. And then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Sanatana Goswami, Sanatan, you stay here until 1 year is over. And after 1 year, you can go to Vrindavan and carry on the services that I have given you in Vrindavan. Sanatana Goswami stayed until 1 year elapsed in Jagannath Puri with Haridas Thakur and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the devotees. Every day having darshan of Mahaprabhu. And at the end of 1 year, he went back to Vrindavan from Jagannath Puri. But he did something very special. Would you like to hear? He met with one devotee before going to Vrindavan from Jagannath Puri. Anybody can guess who that devotee was? And he went with a notebook and pen. Sri Sanatana Goswami. He went to Sri Balabhadra Bhattacharya, the personal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who had gone with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan and back. He went to Balabhadra Bhattacharya and asked him, can you tell me exactly the route that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had taken when he went from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan? I want to follow in the footsteps. of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I want to go to every place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu placed his lotus feet, and in that way, following in his footsteps, I want to go back to Vrindavan. So he took notes from Balabhadra Bhattacharya and followed the same route that Mahaprabhu took. And everywhere he would go, where he would see that, oh, Mahaprabhu in Jharikand forest, Mahaprabhu danced, and the footprints of Mahaprabhu are there in molten rocks. He would experience great bliss. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says this. Gaura amara je sob sthane korilo brahmana range se sob sthane heribo ami pranay bhakata sange. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Mahashaya says, Gaura amar, my Gauranga Mahaprabhu, je sob sthane Korilo Brahmana Range. My Gauranga Mahaprabhu, whichever places he went to, Se Savasthane Heribo Ami Pranay Bhakata Sange. I want to go and visit all those places and see them with the loving associate, loving devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this way, Sanatana Goswami went back and he met Radha Madan Mohan. So let us also meet our Gaur Nitai, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra and Radha Madan Mohan all in one place. We have Vrindavan, Navadvip and Jagannath Puri here. Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol.